So chapter 9, coordinating with guests. So when you're coordinating with your guest material, you always want to communicate clearly and promptly and honestly and authentically. Don't communicate any messages on their personal number or call them or email. Only communicate in the Turo messaging, because if anything happens to the car, the only proof of knowledge is through those messages. So yes, communicate only in the Turo app. It is the best way to go about that. So another thing is on Turo, you have to confirm pickup and drop off times. They set the times based off your schedule. In Turo, you can make your car always available, or it's only available after 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. I like to make it always available because it increases your bookings by like 20%. People put search filters on, and if your car is not inside that search filter, then you're not going to get booked. So if they want a car at 4 a.m., you can make that happen and you can stay sleeping. But that's why I like to have it always available. So make sure you confirm pickoff and drop off times with them, and also location. If they have delivery at the airport, it's like, when you gonna be in? Like, are you in? Like, where are you at? And you just give the car to them, and you have to find a ride home. You can charge for airport delivery, like whatever you want. I think we charge $30 for airport delivery, and already like 3 people paid for that for their booking, because I live 30 minutes away from the airport, or 25 minutes away from the airport. So if I go to the airport, I need an Uber back, or I need a friend to drive me back, then I'm gonna have to most likely pay, because that's gas money for them. So that's why that airport delivery fee comes into play. And it's very important that you text them like where they're in the airport, and just be super fluent and oversaturated with your texting, because you can never give too much information with Turo. You just want to come off annoying and like you're the car often, but prompt with what you're doing, and then provide detailed instructions for the key exchange. So you can also provide detailed instructions for the key exchange in the settings. Like after they book the car, they can get a message. You can do automated messages. So what I like to do for our bookings is, like, I have set at my house like that you can come pick up the car, and I make it so the guest doesn't even have to see me. I pre-inspect the car by taking literally 100 pictures all around the car in the Turo app, upload them to Turo, so they know literally everything. Don't just take a few pictures, and don't use old pictures, because you have the ability to upload pictures from your camera roll. Take updated pictures. It's the best for you, and it will screw you over if you don't. But make sure you take a bunch. There's no such thing as too many pictures when it comes to Turo, and the guest also has to take pictures of the car to see and up the app for comparison purposes. So what I like to do in the description is like, hey, the car is unlocked in my driveway, the keys are in it, and you can pick it up, and you don't even have to see me, and make it seem super nice, but say basically that. Also, another thing you can do is these lock boxes right here. So what you do is you put them in the windshield, or not the windshield, you put them in your window. You put the window all the way up so it can't be pulled out, and then you tell the guest the instructions are, you open the box like this, and then you tell them to insert the code, which you can always reset, by the way, and then tell them to turn the key, and the key will be in the box, and then you tell them to remove it from the window before you drive the car, because they will forget, and they'll drive with this in the windshield, or they'll drive with it in the car window, and they will forget to take it out, and they'll put the window down on the highway, and this will fall out most likely. So make sure you tell them to remove this, because believe it or not, people are the brightest. That includes me. I'm not insulting just normal people. But yes, so make sure you're very detailed on how to use this, how to enter the code, how to turn it, what way to turn it, and you put your key in here, and then that's one way they can get the key for the car. It's on Amazon. It's like $40. If you have a newer car, the Volkswagens, the Teslas, just newer cars, you can automatically unlock in the app, and you can do this thing called Turo Go, where the person can unlock it. That's a little more complicated, and the chances are that you're not going to be listing that kind of car. If you are, you can play with those settings inside the Turo app and register your car. If you're meeting the guest in person, hand over the keys. You also have to verify their identity if you meet them in person, so you have to see their license and make sure it matches to the name inside the Turo app. And they can register other drivers. Turo will send you a notification if they do, and you also see that person's license. You don't have to, but Turo has this new feature where they upload a picture of their license in the app, and they have to show their face in the license, and you verify it through the app, so you can completely eliminate that process in person of handing over their license. All my guests have done that so far, and it's been super nice because I don't got to ask for the license in person. And then you kind of have keys and any additional materials for the vehicle if you have manuals, or if you sell if you have else like car seats, you could also do that in the Turo app. Charge $30 for a car seat, because if someone's coming from the airport, people don't like to bring car seats because it's, if it's nice to have one on Turo, and if they filter by car seats, only like 3 cars are gonna show, and if they're booked, they're not gonna show. But you're gonna stand out by having car seats and add-ons, maybe roof rack, or maybe stuff you could add to the car and upsell. You can literally create anything you want. And then, press of a walk through the vehicle. If it's a car, then not do much. It's just a normal car they could drive. But if it's a Tesla that you're putting on Turo, like, they're gonna need to know how to charge it. They're gonna need to go like how to drive the car, how to put it into say gear, but how to put it into drive and how to put it into reverse, because it's just a swipe on the screen now for most Teslas. They're gonna need to know about the regenerative braking, how the car automatically brakes. Like, these are all things with Teslas that are new to a lot of people, because Tesla is a newer brand and coming out with newer technology that people aren't familiar with. And a lot of people like to book the car because they never drove the car, so the chances are that they're not gonna know how to use the car. So you gotta be detailed with your walkthroughs. If you're doing it in person, explain any quirks or important details. Be friendly, don't be a jerk, don't question them where they're going, don't feel uncomfortable. Just be nice and positive and happy, and just maybe tell them no smoking. If you allow smoke in your car, good for you, but I hate the smell of smoke. I think it's disgusting. Just ensure the guest is comfortable and confident with the vehicle.